Assalamu alaikum drivers, Zaid Mahmood from the Leeds Private Eye Drivers Organisation. It is Monday the 24th of February 2020. It's been a couple of weeks since my last video and a lot of drivers have been wanting an update thinking that nothing is going on. Let me assure you that LPHDO are working quietly in the background through emails, through appointments and through telephone calls. Now, the thing is, the only reason that the drivers are not hearing from us at the moment is that we're doing a lot of work in the background, but we're not getting no success. Now, I know a lot of drivers are saying that we should be protesting, but the thing is, the protests that we want to do will affect the normal public as well, because if we bring Leeds to a standstill, it will affect the normal public, and we, LPHDO, do not want to affect the public because the public have got nothing to do with this. It is the councillors that think that we, the Leeds taxi drivers, are criminals, and we need to have stronger laws to make sure that we are held to account for everything. Now, as a taxi driver for 23 years, I'm all up for being held to account. But my problem is that it is only the driver that gets held to account for everything. The operators get away with it. Council get away with it. If the driver gets beaten up, it's his loss. If the driver gets stoned, it's his loss. If his car windows get broken, it's his loss. If the customer makes a complaint, driver loses because the customer's always right. So even though the customers might be lying, it still gets held against the driver. Now, the council up until now are not willing to abolish the suitability policy. And after doing so many meetings and talking to different councillors, I've come to realise that the Labour councils of Leeds are just puppets. They are just there to please the leaders of the council. They themselves do not have a voice, and they're just there for their own interests. Now, this suitability policy, I have personally been involved in this since I have found out that it existed. And after doing a lot of meetings and talks with, different representatives and councillors and this, that, the other, I have come to realise that the councillors, they say something else to you, but what is really going on behind closed doors is something else. Now, this suitability policy, this council is not willing to abolish. So therefore, I have come to the conclusion that this council, like they are finding us as not fit and proper, we, the LPHDO committee team, have come to realise that these councillors are not fit and proper to be in the council. They do not understand what they're doing, who they are regulating, and what impacts this will have. They are taking all the blame away from themselves and throwing it all onto the drivers. Anything goes wrong, it is the driver's fault. Take him off the road. If he can't pay his mortgage, that's his problem. It's nothing to do with the councillors. So LPHDO and its committee have come to a conclusion that instead of arguing with these people now, it is time that we did something that has never been done before. Just like the way we united GMB and Unite and the Hackney drivers, we brought them all together and we're now fighting together, we need to go one step ahead now. We need to hold these, especially the Labour councillors, because as far as I am concerned, that the BAME community have always voted Labour because we believed that they were closer to us and our principles. But Labour have let us down dramatically. They have gone away from what they've stood for. This is no longer a socialist party. This is hypocrisy now that is being played in councils. They come out when they need our votes, but once they are voted in there, they're not willing to listen to the people that put them in power. So this coming local elections, LPHDO will be talking to a lot of independent and other councillors, and whoever are willing to stand shoulder to shoulder with LPHDO and Unite and GMB and the Hackney representatives, we will be voting for them. We will put the people in power who actually want to represent the people and not to fulfill a main government agenda. So, coming elections, the only way that I see to abolish this, because I'm not going to waste time with the councillors anymore. I've had enough. I don't get paid for this. They've wasted enough of my time. It is high time we held the Labour Council to account, and it is time we got rid of them at this May's elections, because Labour are not fit and proper to govern anymore. It is now time to show them that we are the people that put them there, and we want our rights. We are law-abiding people that want to put public safety at number one position. But how can we protect these same public that they deregulated and let the whole of the UK loose onto their public? So if they don't know what they're doing, why are they regulating us? They deregulated for the big businesses like Uber to get their hold on the public of UK to build their business into triple numbers, triple figures. Their businesses are making money while the driver is being stretched by fee increases, rental increase, diesel increase, petrol, wear and tear, everything has increased. Inflation is rocketing, yet the fares, no one wants to move them. No one wants to increase the fares because they will lose their business. So the operators are looking after their business. The council are, fulfilling their business. They're making their money. But the drivers are being stretched for so that they don't make money, so that they are stressed out and they make a mistake which will then be taken further for them to be revoked. Their license will be revoked. And this is an agenda it's a bigger agenda that is being brought into place by these laws. It is slowly being brought into position. And in the end, there will, let's just say in 2-3 years' time, we will see the bigger implication of these policies. But like I keep on saying to the councillors, that if you can't see the bigger agenda, I, having done all this research, can see the bigger agenda. And if this does not get abolished, then in May, we will have no choice but to hold this Labour Council to account. And after 4 decades, we need to remove majority of these. I know we might not be able to remove all these Labour councillors, but I guarantee you we have the power to remove majority of these Labour councillors and get new fresh councillors in the council who are willing and are passionate to make a change for the people, for the many, not the few. Because this Labour councillor is working for the few, not the many. Thank you very much.